Hello BookTube, it's Louise from the Big Head Bookworm. How are you? Are you having a good day? I'm going to bring you some books that I've got, the books that I've bought this month that you might like to have a little look at. But I am just going to first say something about an author I had mentioned. So I mentioned an author called Sally Brampton and a book that she wrote about depression called Shoot the Damn Dog. Now I found this a very profound, powerful, moving, important book about depression, and it was the first book that really made me truly understand how so impactful depression is, and to even have the smallest understanding of what people go through. And the news was released this week that she has died, and it would appear that she has taken her own life. And the news really got me. So I wanted to pay a little tribute to her and say I think it was profound what she did, and that she spoke about and was so open about her experiences with mental illness and what she went through, and that I feel that the world was a better place because she was in it, and what she did was incredibly powerful, and I wanted to say thank you. And I realised that it's unlikely that anybody that knows Sally Brampton will see this video, but I just felt that it was important to say something because we are BookTube and we talk about books, and mainly fabulous things that we talk about books, and we mainly talk about books in an upbeat way, but I just felt that I wanted to say something about her and to say thank you to her for what she did. So now we've done that, and yes, these things happen, and I think it's good to share these feelings. Anyway, so now I shall go on a lighter note. I shall go on the books that I got. Ooh, nice. So this was one that I talked about in another one. It's Jeffrey Deaver's fourth Catherine Dance thriller called Solitude Creek. Fear Kills. It's Catherine Dance works for the California Bureau of Investigation, body language specialist. It's another one of those. It's the fourth in the series. Loved the first. Thought the second one was great. Third one, disappointed. But I've got high hopes that he will get back onto top form with this one. Then I picked up The Amber Shadows by Lucy Ribchester. This is a Bletchley Park code-breaking spy thriller set in the Second World War. Bletchley Park was a secret park where they did lots of code breaking and stuff. I've read lots of stuff about Bletchley Park, and so I thought I'd read that. I really love the time period. I also got The Girl in the Spider's Web by Steg. This continues Steg Larsson's Millennium series, which began with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. This is by David Lagerkrantz. You're only going to read it if you've read the other three. I really enjoyed the other three, so I look forward to reading those. Then these two. Ooh, I found these at half price. So they are brand new hardbacks that I found on the interweb at half price. So this beautiful book is The Butcher's Hook by Janet Ellis, who is very well known in the UK as a Blue Peter, BBC Blue Peter TV presenter. And yes, I actually got this for £4. Wasn't even half price. It was £4 instead of $14.99. So look at that beautiful thing. And it is set in Georgian London in the summer of 1763. A vivid and surprising tale, no less. The Butcher's Hook brims with the colour and atmosphere of Georgian London, seen through the eyes of a strange and memorable young woman. Now, I gather it has got a touch of horror to it, and I love a bit of horror. So yeah, so I got that one up. I've heard only good things about it. And I also had to jump on the bandwagon and buy this. It's Curtis Sittenfeld's Eligible, which is part of the Jane Austen project, which is reimaginings, retellings of the Jane Austen books. And this is Pride and Prejudice. This is set in modern day Cincinnati, of all places. And I love the cover, and I just didn't want to not get spoiled, because of course I know every single word of Pride and Prejudice, but I didn't want to get spoiled that I wouldn't want to read this, or I just had to read it. There was so much buzz around it, and again I got that half price. I couldn't wait. Then I picked up a book I'd been eyeing up, which is a hardback, and I picked it up in a charity shop for £1.50. Look at that. Absolutely untouched copy of Black Eyed Susans by Julia is it Hebelin? Hebelin. We'll go for that. Hebelin. So Julia Hebelin, Black-Eyed Susans. She was, the heroine was was freed from a serial killer 17 years ago, but now these flowers which have significance are being put outside her window, and was all that she said happened 17 years ago. What actually happened 17 years ago? It's a thriller. It's a thriller, what can I say? For £1.50, it's worth it. Sorry, just reaching over. Here we go. I got 3 more books. This is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, who is a fantasy writer. A lot of them are classed as YA, but I have read the first one of this, which is A Court of Thorn and Roses. I just read it, and then this came out the following week, and so I bought it, and it's a fine, chunky book. And this is based on fairy tale retellings. The first book is Beauty and the Beast. Can't really go on the plot of that, because if you've not read the first one, but very good. Then I bought this lovely, lovely Penguin Black Classics edition of Charles Dickens's Our Mutual Friend. Oh, so satisfying. Oh, so satisfying. So I got this, and I've not read it, and it's part of a read-along on Goodreads. And what really attracted me to this one is that we're actually reading it. It's set by Books and Things, a wonderful YouTuber called Katie, who does a channel called Books and Things, and she has set it up so that you read the right amount of chapters in the right month as originally released. So the first 4 chapters of Our Mutual Friend by Charles Dickens were released in May, because most of Charles Dickens' books were released as serialisations in periodicals. And so that's what it is. And so it's reading it in the same way as it would have originally come out, to get the original feel of it. So hopefully that you get the drama, instead of sitting and reading it all in one, you get the drama because you're having to wait for the next chapters. So yeah, so I thought that sounded brilliant. I thought that was a really lovely way of a book that could be seen as quite alarming or quite off-putting, of breaking it up. So yeah, so I've yet to start it, but I've got a couple of weeks left in May to read those first 4 chapters, and then this is the last book. I picked this up in The Works, which is a discount bookshop that we have. Sorry, my hair is really enormous today, and it is Tom Fox, Dominius, Divine Miracle or Deadly Conspiracy. It's a Vatican conspiracy, and I was listening to something, or had watched something that was about the Catholic Church and the Vatican, and I thought, oh, do you know, I haven't read a good Vatican book for ages. Looked on the interweb, found about 3 different titles, which I wrote down. Tom Fox, Dominius was one of them. Next day, walking past The Works, went in, there it was. Get in. So I went and bought it straight away, and I have just started it, so I'm about 20 pages in. So yeah, so I got that's it. Not too bad. A goodly selection, but quite a few thrillers, but a little bit of fantasy. No non-fiction. No non-fiction, which is a bit of a shame, but yes, maybe I'll have to look. I've got actually loads of non-fiction which I've got to read anyway. What about you? Have you bought anything? Anything catching your fancy at the moment? Anything that you're waiting for? Anything that you're waiting for? I was really waiting for the Eligible to come out, because I'd read about it, and then I saw it, and I'd coveted it in a bookshop, and then when I saw it was half price, I thought, well, I'm just being told. I'm just being drawn in, lured in to get it. Anyway, there we go. It's been lovely to see you, BookTube. Come back again. Let's do this again. Bye!